Welcome to the Business SOS podcast. This is Rich Sierra, president of the Florida Small Business Legal Center. This is episode 87 of Business SOS. Very excited that you're here with us this morning. As I start the show, if you need to reach me, you have any questions about the show, my email is rich@richsierra.com. Again, it's rich@richsierra.com. Also, if you have any legal questions you'd like me to answer in the show and perhaps go ahead and make it an episode, send me a question. If I select your question, I reach out during the show. I'll send you a free copy of my book, Business SOS, 8 Common Legal Mistakes Business Owners Make and How to Avoid Them, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can also find it in your local bookstores. Today we have a special show. I have a friend of mine who is actually a business owner who's actually here in the show. Let me tell you a little bit more about her. I'm excited to welcome Brazilian bikini and skincare expert and business owner, Lau Ribeiro. The founder of Lau Ribeiro Spa. Lau has built successful business in the competitive skincare industry, offering tailored treatments such as hydrofacials, dermaplaning, microneedling, and Brazilian Bikini Waxing. In this episode, we're going to dive into Lau's journey from being a history teacher in Brazil to becoming a thriving business owner here in Florida. We'll also discuss the key challenges starting and running a skincare business, the importance of client commitment to skincare routines, the benefits of microneedling treatments. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And also some of the business challenges that she faced as well as a business owner. Lau, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Rich, for the opportunity to be here.
I'm glad you're here today.
I'm the appreciated one. Thank you.
Tell me your story. Tell me how, you were a history teacher in Brazil and then you came to the United States, and tell me your journey, how you opened your skincare business.
Well, when I moved to the United States, I went to Georgia, and I realized I know to read and I can write, but I cannot speak. Little bit mute. Then I cannot be a teacher. And I did many things as cleaning house. Then I moved to Florida. When I moved to Florida, I decided to go to the skincare business. Because in Brazil, we do a lot nails, we do a lot waxing. And always I had passion for that.
Yeah.
First of all, I met a person, she's from Mexico, and give me the advice, why you don't work with waxing? Yes, then I started training waxing on people, and I applied for a license. We have to go to a school, it's just 60 hours. In the meantime, I was trying to take my license. I was working in the school, also helping to get the license. And then I became working. That was my goal in for teacher history for skincare business. And then I found on that a passion. I really enjoy the clients, and I enjoy the challenge, because each client. We have no equal client. It's unique.
Yeah, every client is different, I'm sure. So what challenges, or how long have you been doing this?
Since 2007.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's a lot of people you've treated since then.
Many.
When did you start your business?
I started the business on 2017, on March 2017, and I call my closet. I start the business. It's in a very small, tiny space.
Uh-huh.
Was like I have to wait the client go, then I go after, and then after COVID time, I wait the COVID pass, then I move it for the first suite, and then from there start growing a little bit. Every year, I think it's better.
Okay. So what challenges did you face when you started your business?
When we start a business, we believe we just need the Florida license to be a technician, and that it's not true. Legally, has many others to sustain the business, to be the base of the business. And everyone think just the license and you can rent a suite and that will be okay. And that not get okay. Need attorney to advise you what you can do, what you cannot do it. Because by people mouth, they know everything, but they know nothing at the same time. Because legally, it's totally different. That was a challenge.
Yeah, you do not know what you don't know. I mean, this is
We don't know contract.
Yeah.
You know, you can read the line, but you don't know the meaning of the line. It's totally different.
Yeah. So you had to, when you opened your business, you had your first lease.
I had my first travel lease.
Yes, yeah, and then when they give you the lease agreement, it's a document that most people do not understand unless you actually work in that field. You're an attorney as well.
Even that, Rick, because the first lease I signed, I asked for an attorney, and the person gave me one advice, and you saved me with another advice. And that is a difference. Also, I believe in our business has the ones like your dedication for help us. And it's the only thing you do. And you really know the laws. And when I signed a contract and I didn't know what I was doing, to move from that place to another place was a little bit of a headache, I say.
There's usually like in page 35 of the leases, that's when you're like, oh, I don't know that was there. Yeah, it is challenging. And it's actually, there are different types of attorneys, obviously, but if somebody who does not read leases day in and day out and is not going to understand the nuances of those leases and what to look for.
Exactly.
If anything else. So tell me about the services that you offer.
I do hydrofacials. I do dermaplaning, microneedling, anti-age skincare, because that it's a treatment I do when the person leaves with the mask from the spa. Normally they come 5-6 p.m. because the mask is very white, and they sleep with that mask, especially the people has sun damage. And I go accordingly with the client needed. I cannot tell you if you come without a consultation, I will do a hydrofacial on you. I do not do consultation over the phone, and I go with what the skin really needed. It's our biggest organ in the body. It's like just to you consider about if you are doing any type facial, if you open the oven, the first take the heat from the oven, it's your face.
Yes.
That we have to consider the profession the person is doing also. She's cooking or she's a cop, work outside. What type of profession I know what I go to do on the person. It's literally one person with one type treatment. The machine could be equal, but what I go to use on the skin can be different.
So what can somebody expect in that first consultation with you regarding evaluating their skin?
The clients normally have the dream, and I'm the reality.
Yeah, all right.
And then I have to educate them to they consider what I'm saying, do it to see the result they want. Has no miracle. It's a long time process, and it's a process for life. Because you have to do what I'm saying to you. If you imagine, we have 7 days a week, and we have normally 4 weeks on the month.
Yes.
I'm with you for 1 hour during 1 month. If I do anything and whatever I say to you, you didn't, you just throw away your money and my job.
Okay. So when you say they come with a dream, what do you mean?
They want to live with no enlarged pores anymore. They want no wrinkles. They want no lines. They want no hypigmentation. It's the biggest one. And they want that to work like immediately and take time.
Okay. So what is, you mentioned hydrofacials. What is that?
Hydrofacial, it's a machine, and that machine has, let's go put the water with a product inside of that water. If you have anti-age, I go use that type product. If you use oil skin, you'll be acne, you'll be another one. And then the machine go to do a exfoliation on your skin, but that water has the product on. And then I will choose number 1, number 2, or number 3, accord with the skin we have for me.
Okay. And how many treatments usually somebody goes for hydrofacial? How many treatments would it take? Or is that something you do every month?
If they can do every month, it's just you'll be beneficial for them. But I recommend at least 4 to see a change in there. But another consideration is the environment. And when I talk about the environment, is your intake as a food and whatever you do outside. Because I can work, but the person has to do a very severe job for see results.
So you take an intake about food. What do you mean? What they eat? For example?
The intake. I go give you a simple example. You go to the gym 5 a.m. And you do a extremely hard work there. You take weights, 200 pounds, and you run, and you do whatever. And then you go home, and you eat that cheesecake. Your workout just gone.
Yeah.
Skincare, it represents your care from your body. If you eat more salads and nutrition food, plus water, less drinking, your skincare shows better. If you don't do it, you have more acne, oil, some issues. It's a big combination. Our body, it's a machine, and then has to be working equally.
So nutrition has an effect on your skin. Is that right?
100%.
Okay. That's good to know.
100%. Like people with smoke, I can do treatments, but let's go 100%, you'll be 20%. They smoke dry their skin.
Yeah. Yes.
Alcohol. How it's considered that it's just people can research on, and they will see how affect their skin.
Yeah, affects everything. Dermaplaning. Hopefully, I pronounce it correctly. What is that?
Dermaplaning, it's a small tube, and it's let's go put like a little knife, and then I go like take the hairs from the face. When a woman is facing premenopause or menopause, they have it's fuzzy hairs. It's not like hair, dark hair. Fuzzy hairs, the whole face. When we do the dermaplaning, we are taking the hairs away plus doing exfoliation. And when they will do it, makeup, the makeup settle better. The skin looks more clean, looks more clear. That means it's not teenagers or 20, 25 years cannot have a face. That it's normally hormonal. But normally who trying to do dermaplaning, it's pre-men or menopause women because they fuzzy hairs. And they grow crazy.
Okay.
It's every month. Also, it's you go and you take and you come back.
So it's an ongoing treatment.
It's for whatever.
Forever. And tell me about microneedling.
Microneedling, it's a small pen, and I can have 12 needles, 18 needles, or 36 needles. Go directly on the skin in rotation. Then I can choose the rotation 1, 2, 3, depends the pen I have. Has to numb the skin before because it's a lot needles, the sensation of the person. It's very much. And we can work with vitamin C. We can work with hyaluronic acid. We can work like as a vampire face. The vampire, it's when I take the blood from you, the plasma, and do with the microneedle.
Oh, I didn't know you did that. Okay.
Yes, but that I have a nurse to do because I cannot drain the blood. Then she does when it's the vampire. But the microneedling, we have to investigate the life, the style life of that person. How it is the immune system. How it is diabetes, blood pressure. Because when the needle go to the skin, open the pores, and you see little bleeding there. It's not bleeding, but it's bleeding.
Okay.
Then if the person has diabetes, I have to have the note from the doctor. He authorized me to do because the healing is totally different.
Okay. Wow. And of course, last but not least, Brazilian Bikini Wax.
The Brazilian is the popular, no?
Okay, yes.
It's what people like. The bikini Brazilian, it's when I do on the client's front and back.
Okay. That's removing the hair.
All the hair is gone.
Okay. All the hair's gone. And it's very popular, I assume.
It's my most clientele.
Okay.
It's bikini Brazilian.
Okay. So that's where people go in perhaps for the Brazilian bikini wax, and they might look at other services as well.
Yes, because they know me from the past more from the bikini Brazilian than from the skincare.
Okay.
And yes, the big clientele coming from that.
Okay. In terms of skincare, what are the mistakes people do when they take care of their skin?
They buy everything they see.
Okay.
And they don't know what that product really does for them. Let's go, they have high pigmentation. And then has a reel on Instagram tell that product take all your pigmentation away. They don't read the components of the product. Then they buy. Then they increase that with another thing. Legit, they have many products, but don't go be effective the way they want to be. Has to have a consultation, Rick. Like the lease agreement, the skin, if you apply everything, it not go well.
So we should not go into Amazon and buy everything we need that is for skincare?
No, I think it's a little consultation. What you really need, it go save you money, go save you time, and you go have a better skin.
Okay. And how often, in terms of the waxing, how often do people do it?
4 weeks. Some need 3 weeks.
Okay.
Normally 3. Especially when go to menopause stage with the hormone therapy, 3 weeks.
I was going to ask you, who are the candidates for a good candidate for microneedling treatments?
Microneedling treatments can be anyone, even teenagers with acne. But we have to do a severe consultation to see again the nutrition of the person, any type of condition if the person has in terms of diabetes, any type of immune system, but anyone can do it. After that, being like legit, know what the person want, how this health she has, then we can do.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing this for a number of years now. You started your business in 2017. What is the most rewarding part of your business?
My time.
Mm-hmm.
I can be here with you now, and no one can tell me what I go to do. I don't need to give excuse for no one, and I don't need lie for clients also selling products they don't need it.
Okay. So
That
you like the flexibility and the freedom that gives you?
100%.
Okay. And in terms of your clients, I mean, the clients that you help along the way, tell me more about that.
I have a client since 2007, the same client. Mm-hmm. And I see them get married, then I have kids, and I start waxing the kids. And it's a very good relationship because if they still with me, it's because I'm doing something different. Mm-hmm. They live from Boca, they live from Boynton, they live from Miami. Mm-hmm. They are there. And I know each one. If they go do any type of procedure, I try to check how they are doing. It's more that relationship with the clients. Mm-hmm. In the end, it's a take care in. It's not like a bill in the end. Mm-hmm. It's a person in the end.
It's a personal service, clearly.
Yes, but like if you work to someone, you have a code you have to do, and I can work on my time with each one. I enjoy and I laugh. That it is about the business I have today.
Okay. Well,
it's totally personal.
Yes.
But it's more personal. It's a personal care.
Yeah.
I care about you as a client.
Yes.
It's not just your swipe credit card there, bye, you know.
So you offer a very personalized service, and it really shows you've been doing this since 2017 in your own business. So it shows. You're passionate about it, I can tell.
I am.
Okay. For business owners that are listening to you, what type of somebody wants to go into the skincare business? What type of advice do you have?
Rick has to start the bottom line. Before I sign any contract, go to attorney and check the contract many times it's possible. And I will tell you this story because the first contract I signed, I went in a place and I need AC because the weather in Florida with waxing and the body, they hit the body, I cannot wax if I do not AC. I have AC. In one place I work, or was too hot or too cold. But I have the contract signed, I cannot do anything about that. Then check the lines of the contract because in some places when we rent, we are responsible for, that was a mistake I did again, for the AC. But how long that AC exists? Then I go sign a contract with a 25-volt machine.
Yes.
Possible that machine go broke in 3 months. That happened with me.
Oh, wow.
And I end up pay $3,000 to fix the machine because it was in the contract. Please ask someone to read and give you the best advice. Yeah. And another thing, be patient. The business take time to grow. It's like a wave. It's go up, go down, go up, go down. And you have to adjust and then trying to have the best quality of products, but no need to be the more expensive one. And don't lie for them. Because the client there, but they are not stupid. They know when you are honest in terms of selling or not. But the first advice is the legal advice. Check the license, the city you go, what you can do, what you cannot, because in Boca I can do something outside of the store. Where I am, I cannot do anything.
I didn't know that.
Because the city do not allow me. And we have to know that. But normally, we go with the dream and the reality knock you down.
Yes. You mentioned the lease agreements, and I have several episodes of my podcast through lease agreements. And in fact, in my book, I have a good section talk about leases. And it is very common for many business owners to overlook that they're responsible for the HC system. And that's the first thing that I tell them, ask the question how long that AC has been in the building. It's been 10 years, 15 years. And the landlord will tell you, yes, the AC is going to work when you come in. They may tell you it's going to work for 30 days, but after that, and the lease says you're responsible for that, including replacement. So you can be in a situation that you go into a lease, just going in within the first 6 months, you might have to replace an AC that you did not use before that for the last 15 years. So if people are not careful, they can end up paying for that AC. And I've had several situations that has happened to clients that they signed the lease, they signed the renewal, they didn't think about that, and then all of a sudden they call me, hey, I'm responsible for the AC, and I'm like, you are. But you can negotiate something, a renewal. There's ways to try to figure out a way to maybe split the bill with the landlord so you don't get stuck with that huge bill. But it does happen.
I know.
It happened to you.
I know.
And you got the $3,000 you got away.
Was like cheap. 3 months. Then I emailed the landlord and I said, listen, I cannot destroy your AC in 3 months. We have to check something here. She gave me a discount, but still I had to pay half because I signed the contract. Then it has to be checking because, again, you wanted to move fast, but that fast it's not helpful.
Yes, I agree.
Because you want fast in your terms, but legally terms, it's not your terms. Then in the end, you are the one be hurtful.
Yes.
Better you be slow and wait. It's like I had one time in one Subliz, and I do skincare. When I do the skincare, people also want to relax. They don't want to hear noise. And she has a pedicure, like the chair, on the wall. But when she was draining the water,
That noise.
and I freeze. I lost many clients for that. because of the noise.
Yes.
Then when I moved location, I text them, listen, I moved them. Oh, okay, now we can come back. And was on the list. And what I do here now, because we do not check, and you want fast, you'll be the best, because everything you think will be the best.
Yeah, yeah.
But for advice, check the list, check the city requirements, because they change. It's one city for another city.
And I'm glad you brought that example. It's good for our audience to hear a real life example of what could happen if you don't look at your lease agreement. The consequences, and I agree with you. You mentioned something about being patient, and that's so important as well. And many of us don't have the patience, but if you're going to go into business, you got to be patient. And going into fast deals, fast contracts leads to sometimes catastrophic consequences. Because you may end up signing something that you did not intend to sign.
It's like buy a machine outside USA. I go give you another example.
Yeah.
One time because I want the hydrofacial. Then I jump in app, then had the machine there. I did the deal because it was $1,000 less. Ending, I cannot get the machine. The machine was here in USA, but it's not approved by USA.
Oof.
I cannot do anything about it, because if I check the requirements for release the machine by the country, to me it was a waste of time. No, I waste my time. I waste the money, because of course they have to resend the machine for whatever I bought it. And then they charge me half because they ship me again.
Oh, my God.
And then you pay a little bit more inside USA, but it's safety. That I can guarantee for you. It's another device. Because it's cheap, it's not.
And I'm going to give you another example. I have a client that sells those types of machines. And there was a situation at one time that the machine that he sold was a knockoff. It was not approved. It was not from the actual manufacturer. So you got to make sure if you're going to buy any type of equipment, that actually comes from the manufacturer or an approved distributor, not a facsimile of the actual equipment. Because that could run into patent litigation, trademark litigation, and you can end up in all kinds of financial problems later on and legal problems. So, I think the lesson here is taking shortcuts can end up hurting you at some point.
100%. 100%. And one thing my son always tell me, if you live in USA, just know you live in USA. It'll be easy. But you have to know the contract. You have to know another advice I do, because normally when the client do skincare treatment, they sign a waiver. Don't take a waiver coming from Amazon or another platform. You have to ask a client also, attorney also, if that waiver legit, it's help you, or that waiver don't do anything. Because they check mark if they have, if they don't. And they sign. But if that paper legit, if in any case, because you don't know, Rick, the skin can have a condition, a situation, or reaction. I cannot tell you do microneedling, you be 100% sure that will be work. I can't, because I need the response of your own skin. I cannot guarantee that.
Yes.
If someone do it, it's impossible. But when they sign the paper, if that paper don't explain how, then you have a problem. Because they legit can sue you. It's a promise without doing a promise.
Yes.
And then for that, you need attorney to make sure that paper they are signed, it's beneficial to your business also. It's not only for the client. If the client lied to me, if I ask the client, do you have diabetes? No. I cannot know if they know or not. And they do. That paper do not help me, and they have a reaction from the diabetes. They lie to me until I prove that you as a attorney, no, take time. And I have to spend money.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we have it to be each step, like 100% sure you'll be beneficial for the client, but for me also. Because I'm the one on the business. I'm the one leading the reviews. I'm the one take care of the people.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple of things there. One, waivers are very important. That you have the proper release of liability that is drafted by an attorney. I think that's very important. Number two, you also mentioned something about if a client decides not to tell you the truth on the questionnaire, that's a valid defense, especially the sign it that they assume the risk at that point. But in terms of getting sued, anybody can get sued for any reason. So another component to that is professional liability insurance, to have it, because you never know. But it's good to have professional liability insurance. So in the case you have a claim, the insurance company will take it over, then you're only responsible for the deductible. But having those practices in place will help you protect you from liability. Never going to be 100% sure unless you don't do anything. So that's the only way.
Yes, but at least if I do have your advice and your papers done by you, it's working with that, I'm more safe, even for the insurance, for the liability, than anything else.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not going to, because when you open a business, you want to make money fast, but you have to make money every time. It's not just one time. Then you have to take the clients according to the client's needed. So you have idea, if it's someone coming to do a simple eyebrow waxing, and they are doing any kind of medication for acne, I go ask the person. I know, because I'm in the business for many years, the skin looks like a jelly. It's red jelly. I know they are doing something. I ask, are you doing something? No, nothing. I tell, listen, if I do, you go be burned. Oh, yes, you know. But when you are brand new, you think you can, it's just extraction, steam can burn people.
Yeah, yes. So,
it's a lot there.
yeah, the experience counts in this case, in any type of business, of course. I have a few more minutes, Lau. How do people find you? Where's your studio located at?
I am located at Coral Springs, Sample Road. It's 11471 West Sample, Suite 19. The place called Sample Plaza. They can find me also on Instagram as Lau Ribeiro Spa. Or we have a webpage also with the same name, and the phone number is 954-305-3663.
Okay. I'm going to spell for the audience it's the Instagram handle. It's at Lau Ribeiro Spa, LAURIBEI, let me start from the beginning. It's a podcast. So at LAURIBEIROSPA. Lau Ribeiro Spa. And then the phone number again is 954-305-3663. Lau, thank you very much for coming today. This was a pleasure. Glad to have you as a friend.
Thank you, Rick. It was a pleasure for me.
It's going to be fun. All right, so let me close the show the way I actually close it. Again, if anybody wants to reach me, my email is rich@richsierra.com. If you have any questions about legal services, my website is floridasmallbusinesslegalcenter.com. We're on Facebook at FSB Legal. If you want to see the video of this podcast, we're youtube.com/@RichardSierra. Our phone number is 866-842-5202. Remember that Business SOS, 8 common legal mistakes business owners make and how to avoid them. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can also find your local bookstores. In order to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you enjoy your shows, subscribe and follow us. Give us a review. Until next week, this is Rich Sierra. Remember that my goal, let's say to succeed.